Hello ladies and gentlemen, today we are looking, that was creepy, today we are looking at the D.C Sniper in this episode of The Criminal Mind. I would have a cool intro there if I had any fucking video editing skills. No, I'm just kidding. I have very basic editing ability here, or we would have a cool intro right now. Anyway, we are talking about the scumbag known as the D.C Sniper who murdered and killed random people for apparently really no reason at all. So I'm going to go ahead and read you guys about the shooters. I'm going to read you about who they killed now, and I'm going to give you my opinion. So, the Beltway sniper attacks, better known as the D.C. Snipers, were a series of coordinated shootings that took place over 3 weeks in October of 2002 in Maryland, Virginia, and Washington, D.C., hence the name D.C. Sniper. 10 people were killed and 3 other victims were critically injured in several locations throughout the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area and along Interstate 95 in Virginia. The rampage was perpetrated by John Allen Muhammad and Lee Boyd Malvo, then aged 17, driving a blue 1990 Chevrolet Caprice, what a piece of shit, sedan. Their crime spree began in February of 2002 with murders and robberies in Alabama, Arizona, Florida, Georgia, Louisiana, Texas, and Washington State, which resulted in 7 deaths and 7 injuries, bringing the total victim count to 17 dead and 10 injured. In September of 2003, Muhammad was sentenced to death. 1 month later, Malvo was sentenced to 6 consecutive life sentences without the possibility of parole. On November 10, 2009, Muhammad was executed by lethal injection at the Greensville Correctional Center near Jarrett, Virginia. So let's go ahead and get into the details of the shootings. On February 16, 2002, Kenya Cook was shot and killed at the front door of her own home in Tacoma, Washington. Several other deaths and injuries followed in several other states from March to August of 2002. On August 1st, John Gaeta was changing a tire in a parking lot in Hammond, Louisiana, and was shot in the neck by Malvo. The bullet exited through Gaeta's back, and he pretended to be dead while Malvo stole his wallet. Gaeta ran to a service station after the shooter left and discovered that he was bleeding. He went to hospital and was released within an hour. On March 1st, 2010, he received a letter of apology from Malvo. On September 5th, 2002, at 10:30 at night, Paul LaRufa was a 55-year-old pizzeria owner and was shot 6 times at close range while locking up his Italian restaurant in Clinton, Maryland. LaRufa survived the shooting, and his laptop computer was found in John Allen Muhammad's car when he and Malvo were arrested. On September 21st, 2002, at 12:15 in the morning, 41-year-old Million A. Waldermoraine, he's got a really weird name, sorry, was fatally shot in the head and back with a .22 caliber pistol in Atlanta, Georgia. He was helping the owner of a sandwich package store close it for the night when the shooting occurred. 19 hours later, on the same day, Claudine Parker, a liquor store clerk in Montgomery, Alabama, was shot and killed during a robbery. Her co-worker, Kelly Adams, was injured but survived. Evidence found at the crime scene eventually tied the killings to the Beltway attacks and allowed authorities to identify Muhammad and Malvo as suspects, although this connection was not made until October the 17th. On September 23rd, 2002, at 6:30 at night, 45-year-old Hong M. Belanger was shot in the head and killed with a Bushmaster rifle in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Muhammad and Malvo were also linked to the killing. Their victims were Kenya Cook, only 21, Jerry Ray Taylor, 60, Billie Jean Dillon, 37, John Gaeta, 52, Paul LaRufa, 55, Rupinder or Bry, I'm sorry about my horrible pronouncing of these people's names, 22, he survived, Muhammad Rashid, 32, Million Waldermoraine, 41, Claudine Parker, 52, Kelly Adams, 24, Hong M. Ballinger, 45, and finally Wright Williams Jr., 55. So they killed 6 of those people. Yeah, so just horrible, horrible, horrible stuff. Just going around killing people. Just going around and killing people is just something else. I mean, there's more victims here. At 7:40, the Montgomery County, Maryland, at 5:28 p.m. on October 2nd, 2002, a shot was fired through a window of a Michael's craft store in Aspen Hill. The bullet narrowly missed Ann Chapman, a cashier at the store. Since no one was injured, no serious alarms were raised. However, 1 hour later at 6:30 p.m., James Martin, a 55-year-old program analyst at NOAA, was shot and killed in the parking lot of a Shoppers Food Warehouse grocery store located in Wheaton. On the morning of October 3rd, 4 people were shot dead with a span of approximately 2 hours in Aspen Hill and other nearby areas in Montgomery County. Another was killed that evening in the District of Columbia, just over the border from Silver Spring. And it just goes on to list stuff. So there are some not crime scene photos, but photos of the car, the gun, some of the guns they use and stuff. I will include all those pictures at the end in just a little bit of a slideshow, and I will let you guys, I'll put the information with the pictures. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. You know, the thing about the D.C Snipers is that, you know, they were incredibly cowardice. I mean, you know, anybody that goes around killing unarmed civilians and killing people for no reason, they're a coward to begin with. But at least, you know, with other people that have committed crimes where they shoot innocent people, they're coming at you. So, in a way, they're giving their victims a kind of a chance to get away in some ways. These guys hid in a car like a bitch and shot at people that didn't even know. I mean, here I just read, on October 7th at 8:09 a.m., Iran Brown, a 13-year-old boy, was shot in the abdomen and critically wounded as he arrived at the Benjamin Taskell Middle School. I mean, why would you shoot a 13-year-old boy? I mean, what could he have done to deserve to be shot? I mean, any of these people, but a 13-year-old boy? He's a child. And the fact that anybody... I mean, pulling a trigger on an innocent person is horrible enough, but a child, that just reaches, to me, that just reaches a whole new level of just horrible. And the fact that people do this kind of shit in our society it's scary to think that there's people out there that are capable of this. And you know, they executed the leader of it, I'm sorry, I can't remember his stupid name. They executed John Allen Muhammad, and thank God. I mean, I don't know why everybody is so scared to execute anybody these days. And then Lee Boyd Malvo, who was age 17 at the time, you know, he's considered to be a follower, a brainwashed follower at that. I understand them not killing him and him sending sorry notes. I've seen an interview with him before where, you know, he said that he regretted everything and that he was whitewashed and he didn't have a father in his life, and John Allen Muhammad was the only father he had, and John made him feel like this was the only option and this was their mission in life. I mean, I can understand. I mean, he was only 17 at the time. You know, 17, you're still very much, you know, a child. So that I understand, but at least they took out the scumbag that orchestrated the whole thing, John Allen Muhammad. I mean, it's just terrible. I don't think they really ever got an explanation from him why he killed these people or what his motive was, which makes it even more terrible because these people don't have answers. Why were my family members killed? What did they do to deserve it? And in the end, they didn't do anything. They didn't do a fucking thing to deserve it. And that's what just makes it even more worse, is just how senseless it is. But, I mean, all these shootings, all these kind of shootings are very, very much senseless. I mean, there's absolutely no excuse that any of these killers can make to justify their actions. None. Anyway, guys, this is Heath Carnes. I'm going to wrap it up here. I don't want this video to go on too long. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I will see you guys in the next. You guys take it easy. Thanks for watching, and here's those pictures I promised. Enjoy.